Nicki Minaj.
The problem with her is she was a very obnoxious person.
Nicki Minaj.
He's been doing this to a lot of females, from Lil Kim to Mariah to Taylor to Hannah, and no one says anything.
Nicki Minaj.
What you need to do is stop focusing on other people, focus on yourself, and focus on your craft, because you're out here up your legacy looking like a hater.
Welcome to Unsolicited, where I make videos about things that nobody asked me to. Onika Tanya Minaj, icon, queen, living legend, and she's still the highest selling female rapper for the record. Man, she's 65 million singles sold. She ain't gotta compete with a single soul. Nicki is considered one of the greatest rappers of our generation, and she's had a widely successful career in the industry. Outside of all her hit songs and professional accolades, Nicki's had her fair share of roast beef, pan-seared beef, grilled beef. Most recently, Nicki and rapper Latto got into a heated Twitter argument, and this is not the first time that Nicki's had beef with other female rappers. Nicki's had beef in the past with Cardi B, Remy, Lil Kim, Iggy, the list goes on and on. Not to mention, the Barbs are ruthless and will attack at a moment's notice. But with all these issues with different people, sometimes you gotta take a look at the common denominator, which is why the title of the video is what it is. The question, is Nicki a mean girl, is just that, a question. I'm not saying that she is or that she isn't, because I know how y'all like to tussle. I'm just gonna present you with the facts, and then y'all can answer that question for yourselves, okay? Okay. Also, I was supposed to post this video back in October when Nicki was beefing with Latto, but I got lazy, so oops. But here it is now, though. We still finna talk about it. Let's go. Let's start with the history lesson. As always, Onika Tanya Minaj was born December 8th, 1982 in Trinidad and Tobago. She moved to New York at the age of 5 and started rapping at 12 years old. She went to LaGuardia High School of Music and Arts, and she came up by rapping on MySpace and ended up being discovered by Dirty Money CEO Fendi, who released her first mixtapes. On her early mixtapes, she had features from people like Jadakiss, Gucci Mane, and of course Lil Wayne, whose label Young Money she signed to in 2009. Nicki started doing features for other artists before releasing her debut album Pink Friday in 2010, and the rest is history. Nicki has given us hit after hit, year after year, gracing us with her lyricism and unique personas. Nicki's always shown love to Lil Kim and gave her props for paving the way. However, when Nicki was on the come up, she was accused of ripping off Lil Kim's style. Back in the day, Kim was known for her colorful wigs and unique style, similar to Nicki, who in the early days was very colorful. Kim and Nicki first met backstage at a Lil Wayne concert.
I remember I saw her on the tour with Wayne. You know, in the business, people talk behind the scenes. I ran into Foxy, and Foxy said, "Why you keep on giving props to Kim? She don't like you." She was like, "The girl be dissing you," like when, in conversation. So when I saw her at Wayne's concert, she performed with Keisha, I stopped her. I was like, I want to make sure everything is cool with us because I'm a fan first, Is everything good? Yeah, everything good. We good.
Kim and Nicki were also both featured on a Birdman song together, and allegedly Kim didn't know that Nicki would be on the song, and in the song, Kim has a line where she says there will never be another her. Also, Ray J came out at Lil Kim's concert in 2010, and he made a comment about her impersonators, and although he didn't mention Nicki's name directly, it's clearly directed at her.
But I've been seeing a lot of imitators, a lot of imposters trying to do what Kim do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a little bit irritated by this shit because I'm like straight up, Kim is the best female rapper in the game.
And of course, Drake always has Nicki's back, and a day later, he defended Nicki on stage.
So I just want to say that you the baddest woman to ever do this rap shit. Hold on. I just want to say, I don't give a what Lil Kim or nobody else talking about. You the baddest chick to ever do this shit. Remember, I said that.
I respect you. I love you. I've said it in every interview, time and time again. And if that's not good enough with you, mama, then it's something deep-rooted in you. Something is bothering you inside. That's your insecurity bothering you. It's not Nicki Minaj. It would have been any girl that started popping. She picked a fight with Foxy, then she picked a fight with Eve, then she picked a fight with Remy. Now it's, then it was Miss Wallace, then it was Nicki Minaj. Every time you in the news, it's because you getting at somebody. Where's your music? Put your music out, and when I see your name on Billboard, that's when I respond. But you want to know what scares people? Success. When you don't make moves and when you don't climb up the ladder, everybody loves you because you're not competition. When you become competition, the people start, Yeah, people's like, hold on. So true. You're gonna go down in history now as a sore loser, as opposed to going down in history as the queen.
In the beginning, it seemed that Kim was just being a bitter OG, upset about new talent coming in, but Kim explained in an interview with The Breakfast Club how the beef really got started. Alright, so Kim said that she'd been friends with Slim, the CEO of Cash Money, which is the parent label of Young Money, Lil Wayne's label that Nicki is signed to. Kim and Cash Money were working on records together, and according to Kim, she curated this new sound that was very innovative at the time. Next thing Kim knows, the people at Cash Money she was working with stopped talking to her, and later Nicki starts releasing records that sound very similar to what Kim was creating.
So shortly after that, she started releasing all these records, doing her vocals the way I did my vocals. But that was a sound that I was getting ready to start. But I played a record for Slim called Automatic. It's a Saint-Tropez dance type of record. It's 3 years ago I played him this record. On her new album, she has a song called Automatic, and the song is so similar to the song that I played for Slim. The whole sound that I brought to the table.
Basically, Cash Money shoved Kim out so they could uplift Nicki. It set the notion that there could only be one female holding the top spot in hip-hop, and everyone else had to go. Kim went on to say that she just felt in general Nicki was an obnoxious, cocky person who was throwing shots at her in her records.
The problem with her is she was very catty with it. I never had a problem with her. I was always nice with her. Always. She was a very obnoxious person, but I was always nice with her. After that whole Cash Money situation with the song, we're at Justin's birthday party. Perfect timing to come up and say, hey, you know, we did the song together. Whoa. Nothing. And she looked at me and rolled her eyes, and I was like, really? Every single record she's made was coming at me. I don't care what you say, I don't care what you say, I don't care what you say, I don't care what nobody say. Everybody who knows music knows damn well in that Puffy record she was coming at me. I didn't say nothing about this chick.
The Diddy record Kim is talking about is Hello Good Morning, where Nicki says, I just came up and a little bit self-centered, but did I kill a queen? Alexander McQueen got the wrist on glow, the bottle is on pole, got that shimmy, yeah, shimmy. Let me stop. Yo, I be getting on this mic and thinking I'm recording a record, like, I need to relax. Tired of Nicki throwing subtle shots, Kim said, let's be direct, and she came out with a whole EP called Black Friday, playing off Nicki's debut album, Pink Friday, with the decapitated Nicki on the cover. In response, Nicki released her own diss track called Tragedy. She called Kim Raggedy Ann, made fun of her selling her album off PayPal. She also released her song Stupid HOE, sending more direct shots at Kim.
What do you think of Nicki Minaj?
I didn't even know. Who was it? Who?
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I have to say, we got an overflow of Nicki Minaj questions for you. What did you think of the Grammy performance? All this stuff. How do you feel about her song Stupid Ho?
If you have to make a song called Stupid Ho, you must be stupid.
Since then, the beef has slowly fizzled out and they both moved on.
Now, you are the Queen Bee. Do you feel some type of about Nicki dropping an album called Queen?
Stop asking me about.
I respect that. No, I respect
chick.
that.
She did what she did. And until she's ready to be, hopefully God puts it on her mind or whoever else's mind to do the right thing because she knows what she did. And once that happens, then, hopefully everyone will stop asking me because y'all don't do that to her.
Now, we all know that Nicki's had a very intense beef with fellow rapper Remy Ma. This is the beef that gave us She There and No Frauds. The beef started back in the 2000s. In 2006, Remy released her first studio album and regarded herself as the queen of rap. In 2007, Nicki released her freestyle Dirty Money, and she says, tell that beat with the crown to run it like Chris Brown. And Remy felt that was a jab at her, but she brushed it off. In May of 2008, Remy was sentenced to 8 years in prison for first-degree assault after she shot her friend for stealing $3,000 from her purse. While Remy's in jail, she's hearing about how Nicki's doing her thing, and people are saying like, oh, watch out, Nicki's out for the top spot. Because one thing about hip-hop, like we saw before with Lil Kim, they love to pit women against each other. There could be 50 male rappers, but for some reason, only one female rapper can be winning at a time. While Remy's locked up, she and Nicki are cool. Remy did an in-prison interview where she says that she actually likes Nicki.
Nicki Minaj is gained and risen to basically to the top. How do you feel about that?
I'm happy for her. That's great. I'm happy to see any black, young, old, doesn't even matter. Any chick that's from the hood trying to do a 1-2 thing. I'm happy.
And on the outside, Nicki is preaching free Remy, free Remy, free Remy. Free Remy. When Remy gets out of prison in 2014, she comes out and she's still singing Nicki's praises.
She's a wonderful woman, and she's on the same page with me. Like that, there's no need to try to tear somebody down. I'm super proud of her. I'm happy for everything that she was able to accomplish.
Remy does a freestyle over Nicki's song only, and she also does one over Truffle Butter. In the Truffle Butter freestyle, Remy says, yeah, for the millions, I'll kill these pop HOEs. Ain't no one in these streets like me in potholes. People thought that this was a dig at Nicki because Nicki has been criticized for her pop appeal. Then on her verses, Remy just keeps talking all this smack about how she's the only queen of New York, how her opponent has a ghostwriter, this and that.
Call me Boogie niggas, I'm a mother monster. Radio Remy, I keep a few sponsors. I'm fresh for real. These The imposters, you the biggest bird on Sesame Street. And I'ma scramble your egg, keep running your beat.
So since Remy's throwing shots in her verses, Nicki decides to throw some herself. In Jason Derulo's song Swallow, Nicki says, I gave these bees 2 years, now your time's up. Bless her heart, she's throwing shots, but every line sucks. In Make Love with Gucci Mane, Nicki says, you see, silly rabbit, to be the queen of rap, you gotta sell records, you gotta get plaques, S, plural, like the S on my chest. So I guess Remy got tired of the sneak disses, so she came for the jugular with her 7-minute diss track, Sheether.
Nicki Minaj.
Are you
Sheether is a lot. Remy went off. She made all kinds of accusations like Nicki has ghostwriters, Drake, Wayne, Safari. She said Nicki does that Coca-Cola, that cocaina, that sniff sniff. She talked about how Nicki got butt shot, all kinds of things. Just insult after insult. I ain't even gonna hold you. Remy ate her up to the bone.
But why was Nicki targeted?
It wasn't that she was targeted. You know, she started, and then I feel that is weird because she's been doing this to a lot of females, from Lil Kim to Mariah to Taylor to Hannah, and no one says anything.
What is it that she does?
It wasn't necessarily, the little subliminal stuff on records, because I didn't care. I don't care about records. And, I'd spoken to her before, whatever you say, you're supposed to say you the best and none of y'all are better than me, whatever. It was the behind the scene things that you people would never know about, as far as trying to keep me off of red carpets and trying to make sure awards don't go to me, or she's not going to be in attendance, or trying to get people to make bad reports about my album sales, or just anything that I'm doing to make me look less and make her look better. And I have a problem. When you're trying to stop my bag, when you're trying to stop me from taking care of my children, now I have a problem with that.
Nicki took a minute to respond, but when she did, it came in the form of her song No Frauds featuring Drake and Wayne. It's not a crazy 7-minute diss like Sheether, but it did have some zingers. She said, what type of bum B shoot a friend over a rack? What type of mother leave her one son over a stack? Lil Boogie down, basic B, thinking she back to back? Or you mean back to whack, back to back? Me and Drizzy laughed at that. I need to stop rapping. Somebody take this mic away. After No Frauds, that's when the beef kind of plateaued, and Remy did go on to say that Sheether was not her proudest moment.
You and Nicki, where did it go wrong?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I like I said, certain from behind the scenes, but what caused it, I don't know.
But y'all good? Y'all in a good space now?
Not that I know of.
One of Nicki's most famous beefs is against fellow rapper Cardi B. The beef started back in 2017 when Cardi first blew up after the success of Bodak Yellow. People started comparing Cardi to Nicki, and baby, comparison is the thief of joy. The media loves to put women against each other, and this is how a lot of beefs start. Allegedly, Nicki started liking tweets insulting Cardi, and in Swish Swish with Katy Perry, Nicki has a line where she mentions Cardi's now husband, Offset. She says, silly rap beefs just get me more checks. My life is a movie, I'm never offset. Me and my amigos, no, not Offset. In No Flags, Nicki says, I heard these labels are trying to make another me. Everything you're getting, little HOEs, because of me. So, of course, people thought that line was about Cardi, but Nicki denied, saying that she wrote that line months ago. In No Limit, Cardi has a line where she says, can you stop with all the subs, which people thought was aimed at Nicki, but any beef between the two was being heavily denied.
Like if you ain't my man, or if you not taking my money from me, you not stopping my money, then I don't really give a about you. People just want to pin it so much because it's entertainment. And I spoke to her before in person. I don't ever want nobody sneak this at me. I'm not the type of person that if there's something that you could talk it out, you could talk it out, because it's not always rah 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 this, rah 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 that.
In September of 2017, Bodak Yellow hit #1. Cardi was the first female rapper to hit #1 since Lauryn Hill in 1998. Nicki congratulated her, and Cardi thanked her for the love. Later in 2017, Nicki and Cardi were both featured on Motorsport. They were both in the music video but did not appear in any scenes together, which stirred up rumors that they were beefing. People thought that maybe Nicki didn't know that Cardi was going to be on the song. Cardi also said something about how Nicki's verse was incomplete when she jumped on it. The whole thing was a lot of back and forth, and he said, she said.
And since you want to bring that Motorsport shit up again, I'm glad you brung it up, because I've been dying to talk about it for a hot minute. First of all, you changed your verse 2 or 3 times, and the day before we were supposed to do the Motorsport video, you turned in your last verse of it, and I was not feeling of you talking about, oh, if Cardi the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi, following it up with you, my son go sit on a potty, you not my coach, because you never helped me to get in this career, and I'm nothing like you, so I'm definitely not your son. I told my label I'm not doing the video if she don't change her verse.
At the 2018 Met Gala, Cardi and Nicki were spotted having conversation together, and they looked pretty amicable, but next thing you know, 3 months later in August, Nicki had Cardi blocked. In September of 2018, Cardi confronted Nicki at a Harper's Bazaar party during New York Fashion Week. It got very ghetto. Cardi even took off her shoe.
Hold tight, hold tight.
How you say that I was the wild animal, that I attacked you, that you was mortified, that you was humiliated, playing the victim, but now you're the gangster? You need to pick a side. Do you want to be the victim or do you want to be the gangster? I know what there's footage of. You standing on the wall talking about, I'm standing right here, Miss Chung Lee, the street fighter. But since you want to talk about suing, maybe I should sue you for defamation of character, since you want to claim that I'm using something illegal called payola, because you don't understand why I am so successful. And my thing is, just like every new artist that had a mega hit like SZA, Ella May, after they get a mega hit, everybody wants to listen to them. So why is it that when people want to listen to me, you cannot believe it, that I gotta be cheating for that? Wait, and then you once said that I never showed you genuine love, and that's crazy, because when you pull up all my videos, you see that I'm always showing you respect, because you're somebody that I listened to ever since I was in high school. What you need to do is stop focusing on other people, focus on yourself, and focus on your craft, because you're out here up your legacy looking like a hater.
Cardi said in an IG post that Nicki was talking bad about her to people in the industry, saying that she would stop talking to them if they worked with her. But allegedly, Nicki was also talking bad about Cardi's daughter Culture, which is what really set her off. Nicki responded on Queen Radio saying, I just want people to know that Onika Tanya Mirage has never, will never speak ill on anyone's child. I'm not a clown, and that's clowns. Nicki later tweeted that she was done addressing the drama and wanted to move forward with positivity, and that was the end of that. Recently, Nicki and Latto had a little Twitter tussle. It all started after sources came out and said that Nicki's song Super Freaky Girl was not being considered for any rap categories at the Grammys. Instead, it was being considered for Best Pop Performance. So this news upset Nicki, and she said, if Super Freaky Girl is a pop song, then so is Big Energy. So Latto reached out to Nicki in the DMs and told her that she actually agreed with her about the whole Grammy situation, but felt that it was unnecessary to bring up her name and her song in the whole situation. So then Nicki pops out on Twitter talking about how Latto's a Karen and how she was her biggest fan, got the pink puffer jacket out for Pink Friday type fan, and now she's dead silent. Then Latto responds saying that Nicki been subtweeting her for a minute now, and she posted these screenshots of her reaching out to Nicki in the DMs to figure out where all this shade was coming from. And Nicki wasn't the friendliest. I mean, you can interpret it how you want, but I feel like she was a little bit cold to her. Also, the theme of the night was 40-year-olds bully. Latto kept bringing up how Nicki's about the same age as her mom, and she also kind of hit below the belt by bringing up Nicki's brother and husband, who we all know are sex offenders. And to end the night, Latto posted a recording of a phone conversation that she had with Nicki. Latto alleged that Nicki had said that she wasn't flourishing, that nobody cared about her quote Lil song, but that's not in the recording, so we don't know the real truth to that, but just listen to it.
I've done nothing to you. Yeah, you are. Something that is clearly delusional. It's delusional to say that other girls are flourishing. I'm the one acting crazy. It's delusional to say that other girls are flourishing. I never said that you're no longer running. I said that there are other females flourishing. What is the problem with that? The hard way. You're going to have to learn the real world and the industry. Well, I love you, and I will, regardless, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to support you from the sidelines. I feel from the sidelines, because I can't do it publicly when someone is literally subtweeting me for no reason, purposely trying to misinterpret what I'm saying. I respect you too much to go back and forth with you. So I appreciate you for getting on the phone with me.
After listening to that recording, it sounds like they're both just kind of talking in circles and not really listening to each other, so they can't resolve anything. And I'm really trying to figure out what the argument is about here, because on one hand, Latto talking about people flourishing, Nicki talking about do your research. I'm very confused. We're arguing about who's flourishing? I ain't gonna lie, the Nicki and Latto situation sounds similar to Kim and Nicki with the roles reversed, but we also don't know everything that happens behind the scenes, so we can't really judge a book by its cover. And I think Nicki probably feels that a lot of these new age rappers move funny and she doesn't want to be involved with that. Nicki was cool with Meg Thee Stallion at one point, they did Hot Girl Summer together, and then boom, Nicki no longer follows her. It was assumed that this was because Meg did WAP with Cardi B and Nicki did not like that, but we also don't know the real truth. Nicki was spilling tea on Queen Radio about a female rapper, and based on the story she told, people started pointing fingers at Meg Thee Stallion.
Imagine telling someone you didn't want to drink, because you were at the time possibly, pregnant, because you were actively, trying to have a baby. Imagine that person say, oh girl, you could go to the clinic. Imagine posting photos that you're pregnant and the person doesn't even like it or say congratulations, but then when you post that Beyonce sent you flowers congratulating you, the person then tries to attempt to send you flowers thinking that, oh, I can use this opportunity as I use everyone else. She'll post that I sent her flowers. I don't even let them to my motherfucking house.
Nicki also did Blick Blick with Coi Leray. They were cool, and now they're also not cool anymore. And when Nicki came out with the Queen mix for Super Freaky Girl, the girls had a lot to say, including Coi. They were subbing on Twitter, upset that they weren't on the song. And Nicki responded saying, y'all can't be happy for other girls, yet I'm the bitter one. Make it make sense. So I think there's just a lot of entitlement in female rap, and everyone's looking for a come up, and they're trying to use Nicki's name to do that, which is why it may seem that Nicki is cold and bitter, but these girls be trying her. After the Queen mix drama, Nicki went on Queen Radio to discuss some blind items. She told several stories about rappers in the industry who have stabbed her in the back.
So I was telling you guys about a story after I had done all of this for one particular person, right? I find out with receipts that this person is already talking about me, hit another artist and told them, oh, why she couldn't wait to put out her new song. She doing this on purpose to me. She's subbing me because she posted where her new song was on iTunes. Do you know how fucking hurtful that is? To tell someone that had nothing to gain from supporting you, to talk that nasty about that. You are disgusting. You know. What if one of your favorite rappers went and did voodoo? Like actually went to a voodoo person and so fucking dumb went talking about it, not only texting about it, but went talking about it to people and didn't know that somebody that was in air reach that knows me very well. Would you still like that person? Y'all so motherfucking stupid and clueless. Y'all probably still think that person is cool.
Now, I don't know who's doing voodoo, but that's very much OD, and I rebuke them in the name of Jesus. Anyways, what do y'all think though? Do you think Nicki's trying to be the only female rapper running the game on her Regina George, You Can't Sit With Me vibes? Or are these female rappers really disrespecting her and she just retaliates? Questions, not need answers. But anyways, that's it. That's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. All the things that YouTubers be telling people to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye!